Welcome back to Bears News Fan Report. Today, we've got a story brewing that could shake Chicago's tight end room to its core. Picture this: a veteran on a one-year, $2.5 million deal suddenly finding himself teetering on the edge of the roster bubble. What could have led to this sudden turn of events? Well, stay tuned, because the implications here run deep for the Bears and their newly minted tight end core. Just a few months ago, Durham Smith was celebrated as a savvy pickup from the Dolphins. He'd put up a solid 35 receptions for 366 yards in 2023, carving out a reliable role in Miami's offense. Many believed that Smith would slot right into Chicago's lineup as the steady, dependable number 2 behind stalwart Cole Kmet. But then the draft rolled around, and everything changed in an instant. With the 10th overall pick, the Bears made a bold move. They selected Michigan's Colston Loveland, a dynamic pass catcher whose blend of size, speed, and athleticism has scouts buzzing. Suddenly, the depth chart shifted, and Smith's spot looked vulnerable. Reports from Christopher Knox at Bleacher Report suggest that Smith might be shown the door before training camp even kicks off. Why? The math is brutal. Chicago could save roughly $1 million against the cap by cutting Smith. Could the Bears really part ways with their veteran tight end so quickly? Could this be a calculated financial maneuver? Or does it signal a lack of confidence in Smith's upside? Let's rewind to the draft decision for a moment. The front office clearly prioritized adding a high-upside weapon at tight end, envisioning Loveland alongside Kmet as a two-headed monster. But does that move inadvertently cast Smith as expendable? Some insiders whisper that the Bears view Smith as little more than a safety net. Valuable, yes, but ultimately replaceable if Lawrence Olivetti or another undrafted free agent flashes upside in off-season work. Is it possible that a strong preseason showing from a rookie could push Smith out? Fans are already buzzing on social media. Could this signal a changing of the guard in Chicago's pass-catching hierarchy? Some Bears faithful are quick to defend Smith, citing his solid run-blocking chops and reliable hands. After all, depth at tight end can make or break a team when injuries strike. Others, however, argue that Loveland's ceiling is simply too high to ignore. Why pay a veteran when a rookie first-rounder could emerge as a primary target? The timing of these rumors is also intriguing. With OTAs and minicamp sessions on the horizon, Smith's to-do list includes mastering the playbook, demonstrating his special teams value, and proving he still retains that reliable catch radius he showed in Miami. But insiders caution that the Bears brass have little patience for mediocrity. Could Smith's camp offer glimpses of rust or hesitation when matched against Chicago's young, hungry core? And what of Cole Kmet, the unquestioned starter? Does he welcome a familiar veteran like Smith, or does he privately hope to see more explosive options opposite him? There's also the cap angle to consider. In an era where every dollar counts, trimming a $2.5 million contract seems almost inevitable if you have a cheaper, younger alternative waiting in the wings. Could this be the dawn of a more fiscally disciplined Bears roster? If so, Smith might simply be the first high-profile casualty of a new cost-conscious era. But does that make the move smart or overly cautious? Some commentators worry that sacrificing veteran experience for savings could leave the team thin at a critical position. And what about Smith himself? At 29, he's not ancient, but he's no spring chicken either. Could this impending cut be a baptism by fire, galvanizing him to fight tooth and nail for a new contract, perhaps even catching on with another contender in need of a dependable TE3? Or might this ignominy signal the end of the road for him in Chicago? Fans are already speculating if he'll land on a practice squad, or even grab a mid-season opportunity elsewhere. Could a mid-season reunion with the Dolphins be in the cards? Or is that wishful thinking? As Chicago's coaching staff prepares to install new schemes and rotations, every roster move carries weight. Could cutting Smythe free up not only cap space but also a locker room spot for an up-and-coming rookie or battle-tested free agent? Some insiders believe that the Bears have their eyes on a veteran tight end still on the market, someone with playoff experience who could fill Smythe's role and mentor Loveland and Kmet alike. All of this conjecture begs the question, what happens if the Bears do sever ties with Durham Smythe? Will the gamble pay off, yielding a dynamic duo in Kmet and Loveland? Or will they find themselves in dire need of depth when injuries inevitably strike the tight end room? The coming weeks will be pivotal as Smythe takes the field in practice, and as the Bears evaluate every position with laser focus. Before we jump into the deep end, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Bears News Fan Report so you never miss a moment of Chicago's off-season drama. Now, let's pick up where we left off. Training camp is looming, and the pressure has shifted squarely onto Smythe's shoulders. Every practice rep he takes this summer could be the one that seals his fate. If he flashes the same reliable hands he showed in Miami, snagging corner routes with authority and locking down assignments in run-block drills, it'll be hard for coaches to justify releasing him. But what if he misreads a play or fails to deliver on expected explosiveness? Could the tape be all the proof the front office needs to pull the plug once and for all? Meanwhile, Colston Loveland is carrying the weight of a top 10 pick. The organization's messaging has been clear. They envision him as a future focal point in the passing game. If Loveland dominates camp drills, making acrobatic catches and consistently gaining separation, he could cement his spot opposite Cole Kmet, nudging Smythe even further down the depth chart. Fans are wondering if this rookie wunderkind will surpass every expectation and quickly become the new face of the tight end room. Could this be the moment Loveland announces himself as a bona fide playmaker in the NFL? Let's not forget about special teams. Veteran tight ends often earn roster spots by contributing on punt and kickoff units. Smythe's willingness to grind through these often overlooked drills could tip the scales in his favor. Is it possible that his work ethic and team-first attitude on special teams could save his spot, even if the offense doesn't lean on him as heavily as anticipated? Then there's the financial side of the equation. Cutting Smythe before Week 1 would save the Bears roughly $1 million, money that could be redirected toward bolstering other positions of need. Could we see that money reallocated to add competition at cornerback or help shore up the offensive line? Some insiders believe that the Bears might leverage cap savings to sign a veteran pass rusher before the season opener. If so, Smythe's departure could inadvertently strengthen Chicago's defensive front. But is that trade-off truly worth losing a dependable tight end with proven NFL experience? Speculation is swirling around the locker room dynamic as well. How will Cole Kmet react to the potential addition of Loveland as a full-time co-star? Does he welcome a fellow tight end to share the load? Or might he feel his own role is under threat? Could Kmet become an even more dominant blocker with less coverage responsibility? Or might his chemistry with Smythe have been an overlooked asset now lost in the shuffle? Let's play What If for a moment. Imagine Smythe lands on another roster. Perhaps the Dolphins circle back, recognizing his familiarity with their scheme. Could a mid-season reunion be on the table? Or might a contender like the Kansas City Chiefs snag him as TE3 insurance if injuries strike? Fans are already drafting scenarios on Reddit, plotting Smythe's next destination like fantasy football. Managers eyeing waiver wire pickups. Could this be the start of a new chapter that sees him flourishing elsewhere? Or is Chicago truly his final stop? Turning back to Chicago, what happens if the Bears do cut him? The depth chart would read Kmet, starting, Loveland rising, and who's third, a camp standout, an undrafted rookie? This uncertainty could leave the Bears dangerously thin if Kmet suffers an injury early in the season. Could a lack of experienced depth at tight end come back to haunt them when the chips are down? Some veteran NFL scouts warn that running an offense with only two reliable tight ends is a recipe for disaster in a long season. As the days tick down toward the first padded practice, the clock is running out for Smythe to make his case. Will he rise to the challenge, proving that veteran savvy and stick-to-itiveness still matter? Or will the Bears decide that capital savings and rookie upside outweigh the risk of cutting a proven hand? Only time and tape will tell. But what do you think about all of this? Personally, I'm torn. On one hand, I respect Smythe's grit and reliability. On the other, I'm excited by the prospect of Loveland's high ceiling and cost savings bolstering the roster elsewhere. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to Bears News Fan Report, and ring the notification bell so you're always the first to know about Chicago's latest twists and turns.